How about this matchup on a Thursday night? A March MIFA Men's Volleyball Showcase featuring the 196th installment of Ohio State and Ball State. Hawaii comes in, Amber, 83 straight weeks in the top 4 in the National Poll, and all they've done to start the season, a 5-1 record. Ball State's won 7 straight games, Tucker, and a massive win against Ohio State last time out. This team is in the driver's seat in the conference. Through the middle, scorched earth, Patrick Rogers. Worthen's on its feet, waiting for history. Snyder the whack. Amaral sets it up, Maidendorp the slide. Plitt for the kill, for history. That's number 1,000 program win for Ball State. The volleyball capital of the world etches a new number that only 44 programs have ever attained. Almost 100,000 on TikTok. That's impressive.
That is pretty impressive, especially when you have some videos of you embarrassing yourself a little bit. I have a couple of those too. I have been hit in the face. Not fun, but it makes for a good story, funny content for sure.
Are yours on TikTok?
No.
And stuffed by Plitt? I don't think that one's going on TikTok.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Ball State 2 sets away from 1,000 program victories. What's been deemed the volleyball capital of the world could become just the second MAC program to achieve 1,000 wins. 43 programs have done it across the country. Anaya Kennedy trying to do her best to make sure that it happens inside this building at home.
Yeah, and that was a perfect in-tempo set to Kennedy. She could have hit all of her options. She found that seam, that block, and hit it to the ground with authority.
Duke just became the 43rd volleyball team in NCAA history to reach 1,000 wins. Beat Loyola 3-1 a few days ago. 5 ACC programs have 1,000 wins. Ball State trying to become that second program in the MAC behind Western Michigan. Buckley slams it home against Amaral. You can feel the authority in this second set from Ball State's attackers. Yeah,
they are incredibly confident with the first 2 swings that they've taken. They are not afraid of Central Michigan's defense right now. And I feel like they can almost, I don't want to speak too prematurely here, but they can almost feel that 1,000th win kind of on the horizon. And they're trying to get it done as quickly as they can.
Willer. Wolonski gives to Wise, and she quickly pounces on Amaral. Is that something as a player you're thinking about as the match goes on?
I think as it starts getting closer and closer and you start chipping away towards that 3rd set victory, I think it does start to loom in your head a little bit more, especially for the girls on this team currently, is that they're making history in this moment. Now, the groundwork was laid by so many players before their time in the early 90s, early 2000s.
And don't shortchange yourself. A couple of years ago, you're part of this conversation too, Amber.
Very true, very true. But I gotta be humble, right? Gotta be humble.
That's fair.
But I think to get it done and be a part of that team that gets that 1,000th win, that just means so much more to the team, the girls on the team right now.
Ball State running away with this second set so far. Miscommunication between Wolonski and Gates.
And that's not something that happens too often with Ball State. It was a little bit of that scramble play. So I know they want that one back. They typically don't have communication errors, but sometimes it happens.
Wolonski gives to Wise, running start and a finish.
I love that set choice by Wolonski. A little bit off balance, but you can start to see right in front of your eyes her and Cameron Wise start to get confident with their connection. She's like, hey, I'm going to chuck it up to you. It's almost like she's setting a second Marie play out there.
It's the running start timing from Wolonski to Wise.
Yes, exactly. And that's something that you need as a setter to be successful. You got to run those middles.
Bloom for Snyder. The set for the outside. Willer hits Gates. Wolonski the tap. Frontline stuff. Willard there one-on-one. Central Michigan's out blocking Ball State 5-3 so far.
Yeah, and that's unheard of, especially when you think of last night's match. Ball State had 5 blocks in the first set alone. So I really think that Central Michigan did a good job scouting last night, those hitters' tendencies and where they need to line up as blockers. And then as I say that, Ball State tools the block. Always that analogy announcer's curse right there, or the jinx. But I think on that play, that was a great heads-up play by Kate Snyder, recognizing that the middle, Maidendorf, was a little bit late. When you see that middle late, you got to take full advantage of using her hands.
And a perfect serve from Haven Gates. Not many can be better than that.
And she pointed at the bench. That was a bench point for her. I think they were saying, get an ace, and she pointed at him when she got it.
She's now second on the team with 8 aces after that one. She's had 3 the last 2 nights. Miss hit from Maddie Gebhardt. Timeout burned by head coach Mike Golick. The 8th-year head coach wants to talk it over as Ball State has taken full control of this 8-2 lead. 2 sets away from 1,000 program victories in Muncie.